From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Thursday, May 14th, 2015. Silver is trading at $17.35 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,218 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $237. Antiwar.com reports, remember how the Afghan war ended at the end of 2014, only for NATO to announce the Resolution Support Mission, which was keeping occupation forces, and by extension, the war through the end of 2016? Yesterday, without much fanfare, NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg announced that NATO had decided to stay in Afghanistan beyond 2016, and that this will have a military compact. Unlike other NATO operations in Afghanistan, which had some sort of deadline attached to them to eventually break, the latest announcement does not include any timeline at all, suggesting the occupation, even rhetorically, is open-ended. This isn't entirely surprising, with the U.S. already having a formal deal to keep troops in Afghanistan through 2024 and beyond, which seems to ensure that both the U.S. and NATO troops will be in Afghanistan for many years to come. The announcement is likely to be a huge blow to Afghan peace talks, as the Taliban had conditioned any talks on the withdrawal of foreign forces, and NATO seems to be settling in for a long stay. FPP Radio News is brought to you by Coinbase. Coinbase is a simple and secure online Bitcoin wallet for sending, receiving, and storing Bitcoin. Coinbase also allows you to buy and sell Bitcoin using a bank account or use their tools to accept Bitcoin as a merchant. Opening a wallet is quick and easy, and for merchants, there are no transaction fees on the first $1 million worth of transactions. Get started at coinbase.fppradio.com. UPI reports Nebraska has become the 16th state affected by the ongoing avian flu outbreak, and officials announced on Tuesday it would kill 1.7 million chickens. The H5N2 avian influenza spread to an egg farm in Dixon County, where chickens will be quarantined and euthanized with the oversight of trained veterinarians. Nebraska Agricultural Department Director Greg Ebach told NBC News, "Unfortunately, Nebraska has joined a long list of states currently dealing with the highly pathogenic avian influenza. The goal is to quarantine the flock and attempt to control and contain the virus as quickly as possible. Officials are urging farmers in the surrounding area of northeast Nebraska to follow proper biosecurity procedures. Most egg-laying operations in the state occur in the northeast, and Nebraska has nearly 10 billion egg-laying chickens, ranking 10th among states in egg production. More than 32 million birds have been affected by the virus since December. Iowa, the top-producing state in the country, recently became the third in the nation to declare a state of emergency as a result of the fast-spreading avian flu, joining Minnesota and Wisconsin. The highly pathogenic H5N2 bird flu has devastated dozens of farms across the U.S. However, health experts do warn that it is not contagious to humans. For over 35 years, Roberts & Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and permanently removed the minimum purchase order for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 850-478-5270 or online at rrbi.co. Wired reports in a landslide move yesterday, the U.S. House of Representatives voted to pass the USA Freedom Act. The bill passed overwhelmingly by a vote of 338 to 88, and the bill calls for records to be retained by telecoms and forces the NSA to obtain court orders from the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court to gain access to them. It also requires the agency to use specific terms to narrow its access to only relevant records. The bill, however, isn't in the clear just yet. It now goes to the Senate for a vote. Civil liberties groups like the Electronic Frontier Foundation and others are divided in their support of the bill. Many say it's better than nothing, but hope the Senate will add wording to strengthen protections before passage. EFF had supported the legislation until last week when a federal court of appeals ruled that the bulk collection of phone data is illegal. In that decision, the Second Circuit Court of Appeals found that the collection of Americans' phone metadata was never authorized by Section 215 of the USA Patriot Act, as the intelligence community had insisted. The EFF has now said that the ruling should embolden the Senate to roll back the bill to a previous 2013 version that provides stronger reforms. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.